will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Log Talk Radio.
Hey there, Detroit sports fanatics. I'm Taylor Phillips, and welcome to Taylor's Detroit Sports Show on Blog Talk Radio. If anybody has any opinions, you can call in at 646-478-4837. That is 646-478-4837. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at DT2Phillips. Follow me on Facebook and Google Plus as Taylor Phillips. Also, follow me on LinkedIn as Taylor Phillips. You can also find me on Pinterest and Tumblr as Taylor Phillips, and even Blogger as well. With me tonight is a special co-host filling in for Ed Smith. His name is Dan Bartley. He used to he is another podcaster of Detroit sports. He's also on Spreaker as well. He mentioned to me about TalkShoe.com. I think I've heard of it, but I've never tried it before. But he's also interned at. He used to be an intern at 97.1 The Ticket in Detroit in Southfield. But he is with me now here tonight. He was here with me yesterday on Spreaker. You can follow him on Twitter at dbart88. How you doing, Dan?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Pretty good. So we're going to talk mostly about Tigers, and then I have a little quick update on Red Wings head coach Mike Babcock. But starting off the scoring summary, Miguel Cabrera hits his 400th career home run to dead center in heavy rain in St. Louis before the rain delay. Cabrera completed the transaction just in time, I guess. And the rain delay took about an hour and 43 minutes before game resumed. In the bottom of the first inning, David Price gave a run in the first and a run in the second. The first run he gave up was off a Matt Carpenter homer to right, and then Peter Borges with a homer. Cardinals led it 2-0 after 2. But in the top of the third, the Tigers struck back. We have a caller. Ian. Hello. Who is this?
This is Casey.
Casey, where are you from?
I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama. What's your opinion?
On the Tigers or the Red Wings?
What's that?
I said on the Tigers or the Red Wings?
We're talking Tigers right now. Ian Kinsler with an RBI double scoring Rajay Davis tying up at 2, and then Yoenis Cespedes with an RBI single scoring Kinsler. They made it 3-2. It would stay that way into the bottom of the 6th. When Johnny Peralta, the former Tiger, hit another home run. This one off of David Price. He was 0 for 14 lifetime against David Price until then. That solo shot tied it at 3 in the bottom of the 6th. Cardinals had 2 chances to take the lead. Yep. Do you have any opinions on the Tigers, Casey?
No, I was just calling in to talk about the Red Wings. I'll call back later, though.
Oh, okay. Yep.
All right.
Oh, well, stay on the line. Oh, yep. Bye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can stay on the line if you want.
All right.
Cardinals had 2 chances to take the lead, but the first one in the bottom of the 7th inning, the Cardinals hit back-to-back doubles, but But my oh my, a base running mistake. The lead runner actually decided to stop at third. That's Jason Hayward. That is Jason Hayward and Randall Grichuk. Grichuk. Back-to-back doubles with one out, and Randall Grichuk thought he doubled Jason Hayward home, but Hayward decided to stop at third, and then David Price struck out Matt Carpenter, and then Angel Nesbitt came on to finish the inning by striking out, by getting Matt Holliday to pop out to Miguel Cabrera. So a break for the Tigers in the bottom of the seventh, as the Cardinals could have easily taken the lead, but didn't. And then in the bottom of the eighth, Johnny Peralta walks, gets pinch run by Pete Kozma, and then Mark Reynolds pops out into foul territory to Miguel Cabrera in foul territory on the first base side near the fence. And Pete Kozma tags up and takes off for third, and Miguel Cabrera throws in a bullet to Castellanos, who applied the tag on Pete Kozma for the second out of the inning. And that was the double play. And I thought Pete Kozma, in my opinion, had a shot, but when someone pops out in the infield in foul territory, for example, that's when you're gonna, even when you have great speed, that's when a base runner, when any base runner, even Jose Iglesias, would get nailed at third. That's another base running mistake that the Cardinals made when they had the potential go-ahead run in scoring position. Once again, in the bottom of the seventh, the Cardinals had the go-ahead runner in scoring position. Then they had two, and they failed to knock either one of them in. And then the bottom of the eighth, they had another runner in scoring, go-ahead run in scoring position, and they blew the fuse on that one. Yadier Molina would single, but that would be it, as Colton Wong grounded out to second to end the bottom of the eighth. That squandered two straight scoring chances, 2 straight innings of a glorious scoring chance for the Cardinals to take the lead. But instead, after 8 innings, it's still tied at 3. The Cardinals would have taken the lead 5-3 to sum it up, maybe 6-3. The ninth inning would settle nothing, so we go to extras. Matt Belisle would come on to pitch the 10th for the Redbirds, and he would walk J.D. Martinez to start the top of the 10th, and then Yoenis Cespedes would single him to second. Nick Castellanos would fly out. James McCann would fly out, moving J.D. Martinez to third. And then Jose Iglesias, after taking 2 strikes, he took 2 balls and then 2 strikes, and then he swung and hit a single to right field, to right center field, actually, scoring J.D. Martinez, and that proved to be the game winner as Joaquim's. As of that point, Joaquim Soria came on, gave up what would have been a double to Matt Holliday, but it was a single, but it was officially scored as a single because Matt Holliday tried but failed to stretch it into a double and got nailed at second base for the first out of the inning. And then Matt Adams thought he was robbed by Cespedes of a hit, but no. We have another caller from 248-987-7079. Hello, who's this?
This is Cole, calling from Michigan.
What's your name? What's your name again?
Just wondering if anybody, any of you guys read the article about Don Cherry urging Babcock to stay here in Detroit.
Yeah, he's saying stay where you are. Yeah, earlier Don Cherry told Babcock to not to go coach a rebuilding team, and I think, and I would, which probably was a mix-up in my head. I thought I thought the Red Wings were still still trying to rebuild for like 5 to 6 years now after losing the Stanley Cup in 2009. They've been,
Don Cherry thinks that with Zetterberg and with Datsuk, he thinks that they have a few more good years left, and they could build the team around them. And Babcock is tried to do it, and this is a place for him. I guess Don Cherry said it was the most unhappy time he ever had when he left Boston for Colorado. So I guess we should know.
Oh, okay. What's your name again, and what city are you in?
Livonia and Cobble. Cobble is my name.
Pobol.
Yeah, Cobble. You remember Cobble beer? You're too young for that.
Oh, Gobel. Oh, okay. Well, Gobel.
My grandfather, actually. It's definitely grandpa.
Well,
I've done a few podcasts with Danny.
cool. All right. That was on talkshoe.com, right?
Yes, I think so. I believe so.
Yeah. I didn't find any podcasts by Dan Bartley on Spreaker yet. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we were. I don't know if you follow the OHL, the Ontario Hockey League, but we've been season ticket holders for there for about 10 or 12 years. But unfortunately, they're moving out after this season. They played their last game there, but we saw some of the best players in the NHL come through there, and we keep thinking we're going to do a podcast about the players that we've seen play at Countryware Arena against the Whalers or with the Whalers. We've seen them all: Tyler Sagan, Corey Perry. A lot of good players got through there. It's a shame that they're leaving.
Oh, that's very interesting. I've heard of the Ontario Hockey League as well. I've also heard of the, I think the QMJHL, and yep, the Quebec Men's Junior Hockey League.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys find it interesting, Miggy conversing with people in the stands after he made that catch and threw the guy out at third base? That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
I saw the highlight on that on my phone on the MLB.com @bat mobile app, and it was actually I actually saw that on Twitter from MLB.com as a GIF. I will have to take a look at the highlight with the audio. afterwards. I'll look at the audio, at all the video audio highlights on this app that I'm using, that I'm looking at right now to view the scoring summary.
Yeah, it was St. Louis had a guy on second base, and I think it was maybe the ninth inning or maybe the 10th, but anyway, I think it was the ninth. It would have been a winning or scored overtime run. It would have been a winning run.
Yeah,
And,
Pete Cosmo was the pinch runner in that 8th inning, and he made that base running mistake. Should have stayed at second. Miguel Cabrera sure does have a cannon, and he easily threw out Cosmo trying to reach third to make it a sacrifice pop out, infield pop out or something like that. Even in foul territory.
Oh, he was out by 5 steps. Yeah, he was. It was a good catch for him. I mean, we talk about his offense so much. He hit his 400th today, but he's also a good defensive player. Even at third base, he was good.
He's a machine.
Got a great arm.
Yep. Joaquin Soria would strike out the next 2 batters to end the game. He froze Mark Reynolds, and then he fanned Yadier Molina to get his 12th save out of his 12th opportunity. What are your opinion? What are your opinions, Goebel, on Joaquin Soria? I think he's like a superhuman closing pitcher. He's a World Series closing pitcher, in my opinion.
I think so too. I think you never want to see anyone get injured, but it might have been a blessing in disguise with Nathan going down. I mean, that's Nathan. I wish he was the best, but somewhere else. But I think Soria is a closer, and even should Nathan come back next year, I think the job should be Soria's. He's proven to me that he's a much better closer than Joe Nathan at this point in their careers.
I have to agree. Last year, Joe Nathan blew 7 saves, and Joaquin Soria didn't blow any this year. He's been
Right.
Soria's been throwing
9 for 9.
12 for 12 actually. Like
Okay.
I just mentioned that. Soria just keeps throwing those 1, 2, 3 innings. He didn't do it today, but he only allowed a runner on first. He could have allowed a runner on second when Matt Carpenter tried to stretch it into a double, but got nailed down by Rajai Davis, who also has another cannon, trying to reach second and make it a double. But that was the first out of the inning, and that shows how great the Tigers' defense can be.
That can be a very good credit with the shortstop. He just covered so much ground that it kept to the pitchers.
Yep.
I know Dan is not a big fan of Rick Porcello, but I think if
Me neither.
we had Iglesias at shortstop last year, it would have helped Rick Porcello win a couple more games because he throws ground balls, and I wish we would have had him in the lineup next year.
I would have to agree. Also, an update on Shane Green. He feels no pain in his mild ulnar neuritis in his elbow.
Basically, what that is your funny bone.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the bone there that comes down.
Yep. Good point. Shane Green appeared to be okay. His MRI looked good. Manager Brad Ausmus quoted, "The level of concern is way down." So Shane Green we can expect Shane Green to make his next scheduled start.
Well, that's good news because I know Lopsy got kind of knocked around pretty good. Yesterday, Kyle Upstein had a bad outing
Against Minnesota.
Yeah, against Minnesota.
Uh,
The only good outing that Lobstein had was in Chicago 2 Thursdays ago. He went 7 2/3 innings and only gave up the 1 run and got the win. Joaquin Soria picked up the save in that game. Tigers would salvage that one game after losing the first 2, as I recall. The White Sox
I think so.
are not a last place team. They're also in the race with the Minnesota Twins for second place in the American League Central Division. The Tigers, White Sox, and Twins are all chasing the Kansas City Royals. It's a better and even tighter race for first place in the AL Central. You can expect that to go on for at least another month or 2.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be a season long. I think it's going to be a good race all the way through. If we get Verlander back, that's going to help a lot if it's anything that we know. I don't know if he lost a little something last year though, but hopefully he can come back better.
Yeah, we need Justin Verlander 100% so he can pitch well again. Speaking of the White Sox, they lead the Athletics 4-2 in the top of the 8th. The Royals lost today. Let me find the score. Yankees beat the Royals 5-1. The Minnesota Twins, as I mentioned before, are still in 3rd place. They beat the Rays They beat the Tampa Bay Rays at Target Field 6-4 earlier today. And the Cleveland Indians and Texas Rangers were tied at 7. Now the Rangers have just taken the lead in the bottom of the 8th in Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. The Indians are just bringing up the rear in the AL Central. They're 13-21, and that's below average, if not terrible.
That is terrible. It's pretty bad. But I think Kansas City is the team that we have to beat in our division, the Tigers. But I think we can do it if the pitching holds out.
The Royals are the defending American League champions. As we recall, they came so 1 run short and a runner short of tying Game 7 and maybe at least forcing extra innings in Game 7. That would have been more exhilarating against the San Francisco Giants, who still held on and emerged victorious and became world champions. It would have been nice to most people that were Tigers fans to see the Royals win the World Series, but unfortunately that just wasn't the case.
But they had a good team. Yeah, I would like to have seen them win their division, and they haven't won it so long. And I think it would have been good for baseball, but it was good. It was good for the Kansas City. They're drawing good now, and that's good. That's always good when you put the fannies in the seats. So hopefully that will continue for them.
And with the Royals loss and the Tigers win, we have a tie for first in the AL Central. As I mentioned before, the Yankees beat the Royals 5-1. Tigers sending out Alfredo Simon against Lance Lynn tomorrow night at 8:05 on ESPN. And Alfredo Simon had a great outing his last time. Lance Lynn in his last outing struck out 9 batters in 6 scoreless frames. And the Tigers will.
Simon is a good pitcher. He pitched well for Cincinnati last year. Now he does tail off towards the end of the season, so Austin has to be careful about overusing him, or he will lose some of it in the last couple of months of the year. He did with Cincinnati. That was his.
And Alfredo Simon has to bat again, like he did last year. when he was with the Reds. They're in the National League ballpark, and the Tigers will need Miguel Cabrera to step up again, and the rest of the offense as well, to back up Alfredo Simon.
How did Price pitch today, and he got to hit today? How did he look at that? I didn't see it. I didn't see him hit.
Yeah, neither did I. But I listened to the game on the radio at work on my headphones. Yeah, Price didn't do too much at the plate, but he did plenty on the mound except give up 3 runs. Again, Tigers and Cardinals tomorrow night. What's that?
Price threw up 3 solo homers.
Yep.
It was kind of a uneasy feeling, but he did strike out 9 after coming. This started to get pushed back a lot. So he's coming off, twisted the ankle, stepped on the bat. It's good to see that he came out and pitched well today.
Good point, Dan.
Come out and pitch if they're, what do you guys think about should the National League adopt the designated hitter rule?
I think so. We got less than 4 minutes to go. I want to touch on the Mike Babcock update real quick. Hey, Casey, if you're listening, I got one little quick update on Red Wings head coach Mike Babcock. If you want to call in with 3.5 minutes left, the Toronto Maple Leafs and Buffalo Sabres officially filed permission to speak with head coach Mike Babcock on a head coaching job vacancy. So call in at 646-478-4837, Casey. Again, that number is 646-478-4837. It's only a 30-minute show, so please call in right now if you want to voice your opinions on the Red Wings and head coach Mike Babcock. We're now under 3 minutes to go. But as we wait for Casey, Dan, I want to get your thoughts real quick on what Goebel just asked. He asked if the National League should also add the designated hitter, and I said yes. What say you?
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think that it is beneficial to the pitchers to not be hitting every time up to the plate every game, and I think that if you have Adam Wainwright pitch for the Cardinals, who is now out for the season because of hitting, you ask a couple other pitchers, I think they'd rather much not be hitting. There's a few select pitchers out there in baseball who can hit, and I can name a couple, but besides that, there's only a few handfuls you can throw out that actually swing the bat. It's really nonsense to me for American League teams to want to be using the DH. I think National League, it is a more intriguing game though. When you are watching a National League game, it does intrigue you more. You're more hooked to the TV because you want to see what that pitcher can do. It also hurts the pitchers as well because managers are more prone to take a pitcher out in the 5th or 6th inning, up a run or down 2 runs, because they want to get that guy off the bench to swing the bat because they know that pitcher's not going to come up with that big hit.
Very good explanation, Dan. And
90 seconds.
That does likely take away the double switch, which has brought in Hernan Perez for Brad Ausmus. Hernan Perez is now batting. Let's see. What's the box score here?
He's batting at like 88 right now, something like that, maybe a little higher.
087.
Yeah. I think you've seen my post on Twitter. I don't know why Perez is on this roster. It just infuriates me that Ausmus uses him. I know you can't use Victor. Victor's banged up right now. I would have rather seen Ghost or Holiday or anyone besides Perez right now.
Yep. Yeah, even Brian Holiday had 3 RBIs 2 days ago. We got about 20 seconds left. Casey, I'm really sorry, but you're going to have to call in another time tomorrow night at 11:30 with.
Nice talking to you guys. That was a good show.
Thanks so much, Goebel. Thanks a lot, Dan.
All right, have a good night.
Yep,
10
thanks.
seconds.
I'm Taylor Phillips, TTFN, ta-ta for now.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.